everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at one of my Ubiquiti switches that seems to have developed a very noisy fan. So it's hopefully just going to be a simple fix, but it's a case of opening it up and see what's going on with it. So to open it up we're going to need to remove these first, these 4 screws here on both sides. Once you've removed the rack ears, you'll be able to take out the little screw that's there that holds the case on, along with the other one on there, and there's one on both sides. And then on the rear, you will find there's 3 screws, and one of them is going to be covered by a little warranty seal if you've not been in before. So you need to take those 3 screws out as well. So both ends, and then in the middle. And now we can pop the case off. To do that you need to slide it slightly towards the back, like so, and then lift up. Now as you can see your fans are here, which we need to replace, but you also need to remove this cowling here to actually get to the connectors. There's not actually much holding it in place, just one screw, which is here. So we take that out first. So we can see the fan connectors are here, along with the 3 fans that we want to remove. So I'm using these Noctua fans. I've used them before on other equipment and they actually are quite good. So I'm using these, which the model number for these is NF-A4x20, and they are PWM fans, which you need for this particular model, as you've got the 4 fan headers. So this is a 10 gigabit switch, so obviously it can get quite warm when you're using a few of the ports at once, because they are all copper. And you can probably hear the fans there when they're only on when they first booted up then, but even in this quiet mode that they are now, once the unit warms up you would notice it a lot more, because these are just at idle at the moment. And when it's enclosed and it's got its ducting all over it, it does get quite noisy. So hopefully we're going to be quieter than that. So we want to swap these 3 screws. So we want to swap these fans over for the nocturnals. So let's just get these pulled out. The cables look to have been routed underneath that screw there. So if we just remove the screw, you can just see that there. Just pop the screw out a moment. And we should be able to just, actually there's another screw there, just lift that one up, and that one as well. We'll take this one here because we don't want to stress the board. So if we just pull, the wires then come out. It just feels like they're held in place by something, but taking those screws out has helped. Yeah, they actually have. There we go. Very fiddly. If you get your fingers pushed right underneath the wires and then lift the board slightly, we should be able to guide them over the stud. There we go. We can put those screws back in now, because I'm not going to put the other ones back in like that. Disconnect the headers. We're now ready to put the replacements in. Now on the replacement fan, you can probably see there's a little notch there. We need to take that notch off. That one there, because the other ones are keep the same. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about there. So we need to set that off there. So we just get a pair of snippers. I'll get a Stanley knife and slice it. so. So make sure you're lining these up the right way with your exhaust pointing to the back, which is your label. So we can just line that in ready, run the cable underneath, and then once you've snipped the ports, and if you snip the guide like I mentioned, you should be able to just push it straight on, like so. All the fans lined up, and now we just need to put the screws back in. Apologies, I seem to have lost some footage here, but basically all we need to do here is use the supplied little rubber mounts that came with the fans rather than the original screws that we pulled out. It's just a case of pull them through the case and then tighten them up, as you can see I'm doing here. You just do it for the fans, and then it gives you a nice little bit of insulation and stops any vibration, and then you just cut the excess lengths off on either side. Here we have the fans mounted, and I'm just doing a quick self-test on the machine to check that everything's working alright, and they are a lot quieter than once they spin up. So now we just need to replace the plastic cowling for the air cover. It was just one screw to put this back in, if you remember from when we took it apart. Just make sure everything lines up nicely and put that single screw back in. Now we can put the case back on. It's just a case of line it up at the back and then gently slide it towards the front, and then we can start by putting the screws in the back to tighten everything together. So we need to just put these 3 screws back in, and then the 2 on either side. We'll pop the rack ears back on while we're at it, which are a slightly bigger screw. Get this side done first. Same on this side. 2 tear screws. And the rack here. So let's just give it a quick power up before we go and pop it back in the rack. So if this video helped, hit that like button and drop me a comment below, as it would help the channel out. Let me know if you've done a similar repair yourself. I'm also planning to do the same upgrade on my Dream Machine Pro next, so why not subscribe to the channel, as I'll do a repair guide for that as well. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.